Everyone, back to another C++ video. So today I wanted to give light to another important concept, which is called exception handling. So exception handling is really important when based in real life problems where sometime a situation occurs when you basically as a programmer write a piece of script and then you launch it out to someone else to use it, but the user makes a mistake by giving wrong input to the program, and as a result gives unexpected results. And for this take, we don't consider this as a programmer's fault, and it should be the user's fault for mistakenly giving wrong answers to these kind of situations. So these situations arise a lot in programming, and we'll introduce them by using another construct. So by including our header file over here, and then namespace standard, and then integer main, and then the return 0. So over here, what we're basically gonna do right now is have an idea where we have a function, a user-defined function called divide, which divides two numbers, the numerator and the denominator, and it gives the answer. Okay, so the user picks any kind of values out of the box for himself. He's free to select any values, but now we cannot restrict him to just like if he divides it with 0. Now there's a case that if he divides by 0, the program can't divide something like that and gives a unexpected result, division by 0, which is impossible. So that results into something like infinity or something. So a computer can't calculate division by 0. So for that kind of case, we use the exception handling using try and catch blocks. So first of all, we're gonna define our function. So if I write float, and then I use called divide is the name of the function, and I have two inputs for it. So basically float, I have float numerator, and the other one is gonna be comma float denominator. So inside this two, I have parameters, and I wanna divide. So basically, if the user selects a denominator that is 0, what I want to I basically want to neglect this because my computer won't, my program won't solve this and will produce an unnecessary result. So for that kind of avoidance, I don't want to like show some kind of crazy error on the console screen. So for that, I just want to show like a polite message to the user that sorry, this is not possible. So basically we could say sorry, division by 0 is not possible. So basically if I do like something like this, now what happens is that it throws out this message if this kind of case happens. If the user selects denominator as 0, this message will be thrown out, and you'll see what happens after this. So basically I return, this is a function, so I return numerator divided by denominator. And now inside the main function, what we do is introduce some integers. So basically I say integer a as 10, and then I use integer b as, let's say 0. So this is the first numerator and the denominator, which is 0. And I use an R for like the result. So basically, now over here, now we do the try block. So basically inside the try block is our protected code. So this is basically our protected code. Okay, so whatever we write inside of this is protected, and if it's like something like that kind of mismatch happens where that case occurs where the user selects 0 as a denominator, the catch block, which is after this, will execute. So the catch block has some kind of parentheses. Inside you have to give some kind of input, and then after that the catch block executes. So basically a try block doesn't have parentheses and it has a body. So what the try block does is that it gets the R variable and uses the divide function. So basically it's calling the function and putting the value, which is a and b, and it puts inside, and then after that it's just going to cancel out the results. So that's what we want in the try block. Okay, now what happens if this case doesn't work? we use the catch block. So over here, we know that there is a message. So this is what you threw out. If, for instance, the user did select a 0, so if it threw that, the catch block catches the thrown out error message and uses some kind of const, and then concept is we can't use string over here because string is not like a real data type for C++, and we use characters. So character star, this is how we're going to convert that string into a sequence of characters, and we're going to create any kind of identifier we want. I'll use MSG for message. You could use whatever you want. You could use VAL for value. I'm using MSG for message. So basically after this, inside this catch block, what I do is, now there is another device like C out, console output, like C in for input. There's one called C error, and this happens when you face an error. So basically some kind of error prompts up, so the user knows that yes, I've done something wrong with the input. So if I use C error and I do something like C error and I do the message, so basically I console out the message over here. Oh, and then after that, that was it. So this is our code, and now let's save this code to, I think, 26, and now let's run this. So execute, compile, and run. Now, okay, here you can see sorry, division by 0 is not possible, which means our code runs successfully. Hooray! The thing is, we gave B as 0, and then the computer was running this code like this from top to bottom, procedural programming, and it checked, it made A memory, B memory, and then after that it gave R integers. Okay, and then after that it went on the try block. So basically when it went on the try block, it called the function divide. It went up here, it got the two inputs, A and B. It saw that this B was 0, so after that it threw sorry, division by 0 is not possible. So it did not return anything. So what happens after this is that this catch block executes and the message inside will appear on the screen as an output. So that was it with our code. We'll try one more case when there's not a 0. So for instance, if I say 10 and 10, what will happen is you already know that there's going to be 1 as an output. So that's where we implied it correct. So see you in the next one. Peace out.